In this video we'll show you how to create isometric mazes in 3D style, using the new module Mazes 3D Isometric for Puzzle Maker Pro. When you start this module, you can see a 3D maze right away. This maze is made with several cubes, which is one of the built-in maps. For this cubes map you can change the number of cubes and change the number of little squares within each cube to get a very different map. Let's set this to 5 cubes and 4 by 4 cells inside each cube. Click Next Preview. And suddenly you see a maze that's quite a bit more complex. You can also adjust the style. Let's start with the colors. You can set the canvas color or leave it transparent. You can set the color for the surfaces of the cells. You can use fixed colors or select relative coloring, as we did here. When you change anything, click Next Preview to see the result. With this option it looks like real 3D. You can change the percentage, even set it to 0, and all surfaces will have the same color. This is more like an Escher type image, different than the shaded 3D look. Next, the solution path style. Let's make it red and a bit thicker so it's better visible. You can also change the style of the lines. We have the outer border, the cell border, which actually is the path for this maze. And we have the plane edge, that very thin line across these planes. Finally, you can change the start and end symbols. There's a little S here and a little E here. We can type an F for the end symbol, click Next Preview, and you see the change. There are several built-in 3D maps. First there's the flat isometric map. Let's make this a bit bigger. Another built-in map is the tower. Set it to 5 cubes high and each cube has 4 by 4 squares. Let's change it to 10 by 1, that makes it look even more like a pyramid. Other built-in maps are the staircase and the Colosseum. Finally, the random 3D map. Each time you create a new maze, it will create a new random map. It uses the number of rows, not the cubes. Let's change it to 14. Up until now, you've seen the things you can do with the standard version of Mazes 3D Isometric. There are 3 add-on modules: the Time Saver, the Height Map Editor, and the Paths add-on. In the Height Map Editor, you can click and select the cubes. Once a cube and the cubes above and below it are selected, you can raise or lower it. You can also level an entire row or column. There's also an undo function to recover from unwanted changes. Let's use this height map and preview the maze. The Paths add-on will create smaller paths. By default, the paths are the size of the squares or cells, but with the Paths add-on, you can create a path that's only 1/3 of the width. You can even set the colors and vertical shading for the path. There are lots of color options in this new module for Puzzle Maker Pro. For KDP puzzle books, you may want to stick to grayscale colors, but for all other purposes you are only limited by your own creativity.